It literally just came a downpour as soon as I got here. And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, this huge gust of wind just come roaring in the distance. I heard huge tree hit the ground. This is where this adventure ends. Alright guys, so just made it to camp. It started pouring down rain the second I got here. It's still raining just a little bit, but not as bad as it was earlier. I'm gonna show you guys, probably gonna be best to show you guys the campground in the morning because it's getting dark and I need to figure out a way to hang up my hammock and the tarp that goes over it. This is my Jeep. There's a little river behind it, a little creek behind it. So I'm not really sure. I'm gonna hook the hammock up to my Jeep and then find a tree somewhere. But I'm gonna get started on it and then get a fire going and then start cooking dinner because it's starting to get a little bit late. I think it's probably about 8 o'clock, but yeah, let's figure this out. So I didn't think it was supposed to rain that hard. It literally just came a downpour as soon as I got here. So finally got to camp, finally got everything set up. A couple hours later, I set everything up in the rain, the tent, the tarp, trying to figure out how to position my Jeep, to figure out how I'm gonna set my, not tent, keep saying tent, my hammock, but everything's figured out. Finally got a fire going, and it's just extremely peaceful, other than my Jeep running to give me some light while I do this. But the or the creek is just rushing down. It's up a good bit, so it sounds really good. Probably gonna sleep like a baby tonight. Yeah, I'm just gonna enjoy this fire, maybe cook something, not really sure yet. I had like a little protein bar earlier, so that's kind of holding me over. It's around 10 o'clock, but I'm getting pretty tired, so I'll probably just hang out by the fire until it just goes out, and then I'll pick back up in the morning. And I'll show you guys around camp, because this place is beautiful. Tomorrow's supposed to be really nice, so yeah, I'll see you guys in the morning. Good morning. So last night kind of got a little sideways, literally. I had everything set up, had the Jeep set up right here, hooked up to this tree. The hammock was from the tree to the Jeep. Tarp was on, everything was just peaceful, and then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, this huge gust of wind just comes roaring in, and I tried to wait it out, and I sat there for probably 5 minutes, but it just kept going, kept blowing harder and harder. And then all of a sudden, like in the distance, I heard what sounded like this huge tree just hit the ground. And I was like, okay, so I'm not too familiar with this area, and it was probably that tree right there. Holy crap. Let me show you guys this tree. I don't know if it was this tree. But I don't remember this tree being down yesterday. Hang on. Let me show you this tree. So I can't 100% say that was the tree, but this thing, it was a loud just boom. It was, and then that was it. So I packed everything up. It had stopped raining by that time. It was just the wind blowing, and I didn't think the wind was gonna start blowing until like lunchtime today. And I actually just got a wind advisory on my Jeep saying it was gonna start at 12 today. But last night I packed everything up, sat in my Jeep, and I was like, okay, I don't want a tree falling on me, so I'm just gonna head into town, and I'll put up a few clips of the road on my way out. But it was just like this huge gust of wind just came through the mountains and just blew limbs and just debris all over the road. I went into town, got something to eat. This is probably around 12, maybe 1 o'clock last night. Got something to eat, and then I just kind of sat there, and like the red lights, the signs and everything, they were just like they were sideways. So I just kind of sat in my Jeep. I just kind of waited it out for about an hour, and then all of a sudden everything just stopped. The wind stopped blowing. The rain had already stopped blowing by then. And so I decided I'd come back up. Didn't really want to set everything back up again. So I just slept in my Jeep. I just slept in the front seat. Actually, the front seat reclines all the way back, which is kind of nice. So I just slept in the Jeep, and by then it was probably 2 o'clock. And right now I think it's like 7, so probably got about 5 hours of sleep. But today is like, now it's nice. The sun's coming out, like you can see the sun coming through the trees over there. This campsite's really, really nice. There's some places up here where you can camp, and there's a place right here where I made a fire last night. Then there's another little spot over here, and there's a rope swing right over there. I don't know if you can see it, but when the water's calm, like, this is just a nice little pool area to come and just like swim if you want to. And on the other side, there's like a little bridge where you saw me walk across. There's like a little bridge over there where you can walk to like the neighbors. Like if you wanted to have just like a huge like block party over here. But yeah, this is really, really cool place. This is at Earl's Ford, right outside of Clayton, Georgia. We're probably, I don't know, maybe a half a mile away from the ford of the river. So I kind of want to go down there and see how, or not river, I think it's a creek. I think it's just considered a creek, but it's Earl's Ford. But I think we're about a half a mile away from the ford. So I want to go check that out and see what it looks like, being that the creek is up a pretty good bit. So let's go check out the creek and see what it looks like. All right, so this is about as far as I'm going. This is where this adventure ends. Especially in my stock Jeep. I don't really want to risk anything. I don't want to risk water coming up over, because last weekend this creek was down a lot, but now that it's rained, it's up way too much for me to cross and to feel comfortable with. So I don't want to risk it. I'm out here by myself. There are a few fishermen out here that could probably get me out if I was stuck, but it's water, and that's totally different from being stuck just without the water. So I definitely don't want to risk it. Once I get bigger tires and a lift, then I won't have a problem doing it. But now, no, there's no way. There's no way. So that's where this video is going to end. Maybe next time I'll have a lift and tires. If not, then hopefully the water's down. So yeah, I think that's going to wrap up this video. Thank you guys for watching. This video has been crazy. Last night was insane. But if you want to see me cross this river or this creek, check out this video. I'll put it up here somewhere. Me and my brothers and my nephews crossed it last weekend, and it was down a lot. But I just don't feel comfortable crossing it right now. So go and check that video out. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.